phone calls. I know that we can't see you face to face right now, but we are committed to working for you remotely, and we will award you as quickly as possible. We will be responding to your email via the financial aid email, and also your callbacks will be returned from a Google number. We will identify ourselves by name, office, and Del Mar College. We are committed to you whether we are on campus or off campus. So please know that we are here to answer all your questions, meet all your financial aid needs, and help you the best way we can, as quickly as we can. Thank you so much, and we hope that this helps you and answers all the questions you have. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kayla Lopez, and I'm the Financial Aid Outreach Coordinator for Del Mar College. As Joseph mentioned, we definitely want to make sure that we're offering all the resources and all the support that we can during this time. High school seniors, I know that some of you guys may be, really excited to start college this upcoming fall semester and wondering what all you can do to ensure your financial aid. And just know that we are doing, again, everything that we can to assist you with that process as well. Make sure that you have completed the 2020-2021 FAFSA application using your 2018 tax information, and we'll touch on that a little bit later in our stream. But also for any requirements that you have outstanding, some of you may have a high school transcript as a requirement right now, and with school closes, with schools being closed, we know that you cannot obtain your official high school transcript at this time. Please don't worry about that. Just contact us. We are going to work with you. We are going to try our best to direct you to all the departments that you need to meet with to make your transition into Del Mar College as smooth as possible. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I look forward to your questions today. So while we wait for some questions to come in, really quickly, I wanted to tell you guys about some workshops that you guys can attend virtually to get assistance with applying for scholarships and for the scholarships that we're offering at Del Mar College. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you so that you can see these workshop dates that are going to be available. So this information was sent over to me from the foundation office here at Del Mar College. As you can see, there are multiple workshop dates, the first one being today, actually going on right now, so maybe you can attend that after this live stream. But you guys are going to have multiple opportunities to receive assistance in applying for the DMC Foundation scholarships. The application deadline is April 30th, so that is actually, there's a workshop date that's going to be taking place on that day for those of you that maybe have a lot going on right now, and just to give you more time to get assistance. The checklist for the application is also listed, and then for information, please jot down these email addresses. Miss Jean Ferraro and Elsie Odom are going to be more than happy to assist with any questions that you may have. So hopefully you guys can attend one of those virtual workshops if you are requesting assistance in applying for that DMC Foundation scholarship.
Also, so we would like all of you to know, so let's say you have a question, how can we get our documents submitted, whether it's verification documents, whether it's documents requested from the financial aid office. You might be wondering, well, how can we get them to you if we can't turn them in face to face? We're accepting documents via email. You can send in documents fax, and we're checking that every week. I know fax might be hard to get to. JPEG documents, if you take a picture with your phone and upload them, you can definitely send them via the email. Whatever is convenient for you. Just please keep in mind, if you are sending a JPEG document, try to make it as clear as possible so that we can process. We don't want there to be any holdup. I mean, we can still communicate with you. We can still send you messages. We will be, like I said, communicating a lot via the financial aid email. And again, we also may call you back via a Google number. So it may show up some strange, Cal Allen, or it may show up Corpus Christi, it may show up even private. We just ask you to please answer the question, answer the phone. And again, we're going to identify ourselves by name, college, as well as what office we're calling from. So I know there's a question coming across the board. We got help at Coastal Compass, and we already have done FAFSA. How do we know if all that has been received? Well, we're constantly bringing in FAFSA doc records from the Department of Education. That's an ongoing thing. That's not going to stop. As long as we have a computer, that's no problem. We can do that. So we all are working remotely. We're uploading documents. So if you have questions, you can always visit the WebDMC portal, which is our student information portal. You can send an email, say, hey, my name is so-and-so, my date of birth is, this. Can you look up my record and see if you received my FAFSA application? You can do that as well. And Kayla also might be able to help a little bit with that question.
So guys, if you have already submitted a FAFSA application, you can also check your WebDMC on the financial aid checklist. It will let you know if your FAFSA application has been received, and it will be marked in green with the date probably that we received it. Another way that you can check is by sending us an email. Right now, our email response has been really awesome. All of our financial aid staff is working, pretty much all day on those emails, and our turnaround time is usually between 1 to 2 days that it will take for us to get back to you. So you can send us an email at financialaid@delmar.edu. Send us your student ID number if you have that. If you don't, just your name, your date of birth, and we will be able to hopefully find you in our system if you've already been accepted to Del Mar College. And that way we'll be able to look up your file and verify for you if we have already received your FAFSA application, and let you know if there's any outstanding requirements that maybe we're still waiting on from you, so that we can go ahead and get you processed and awarded your financial aid package.
Also, we'd like everybody to know that, we are committed to processing the documents, even from working remotely. And one question that did come across here as I was explaining is how to answer the financial need question. So financial need is determined by your expected family contribution minus the cost of attendance. So depending on your award, which you actually may already been awarded 2021 financial aid, if you submitted your FAFSA and there was no missing documents. So that's how we're able to determine the need. So we take our cost of attendance at Del Mar, and we subtract the expected family contribution that comes from the actual FAFSA results, and we're able to determine what the financial need is. That's actually available through the WebDMC portal if you had questions about that. And then another question that's coming across the board, well, what if my family's incomes changes with COVID-19 and I need financial aid? Can my EFC change? Absolutely. Typically, the rule is once you've been, unemployed for 10 consecutive weeks, then we're able to make the necessary decision for a special circumstances. So we hope that you are not out of work for 10 consecutive weeks, but if it does happen, our office will be prepared to be accepting a special circumstances form, which is found off of the main financial assistance webpage. And again, it's the 2021 special circumstances form. So they can submit information regarding unemployment or being laid off, and there will be additional documents required. The next question is, who do I get in contact with to find out if my summer classes are paid for with financial aid? Again, WebDMC is how we do a lot of communication. Bills, will probably be uploaded already or really soon, and you'll be able to see that versus the financial aid you've been awarded, and you can, kind of determine, okay, is it all covered? Do I see a credit balance, or am I in need of a little additional assistance? And you can actually send an email. Well, it looks like I owe, $200. Is there any additional funding that maybe I can request? And we'd be more than happy to look into that for you. Right now, usually the directors look to see if there's additional funding, and we get those requests from all the individuals answering emails, so we can answer your questions. Another question's coming across, and I'm sorry, Kayla, that I've answered all these so far. So I'm finishing up a program this May, and can I change my major now in order to finish up a different program for a second degree? So typically the idea is we want to help you complete one degree from a financial aid standpoint. We'd rather you not use up all your financial aid eligibility at the community college, although we don't want you to leave. Of course, we'd love to keep you here forever. Eventually, we got to let you go on and move on to the universities. So for lack of a better answer, I mean, we'd rather you not get an additional associate's degree, but if you feel that it's going to be important to you, maybe being more marketable or being able to get a better paying job, or maybe even move on to another university, keep in mind that there has to be a 20% difference between programs. So if the programs are very similar in nature and most of the classes you've already taken for one degree, you will not be able to take the additional coursework and still receive financial aid. There has to be a 20% difference between majors. So also keep that in mind.
So guys, one of the questions that we've been getting a lot over our emails is students asking what happens if they were to drop a course. So for that answer, everybody is going to be looked at individually. We definitely encourage you to reach out to our office via email, or you can even contact our office phone number. Our number is 361-698-1293. It's the same financial aid office number that we've had, and we've now routed those calls to our Google number so we can still assist students via phone. But yes, you are encouraged to send us an email, contact us so that we can look up your file specifically and let you know how dropping a course will affect your financial aid or your future semesters in receiving financial aid. There's no kind of blanketed answer for that. So again, if that is your situation, if something comes up and you're looking into maybe dropping a course or two this term, please reach out to us so that we can assist you in answering those questions, so that you can have some for sure and definite answers as far as how your financial aid will be affected, if it will be affected at all.
So I also know that there might be some questions out there regarding the modality of how we're delivering the courses. There may be questions like, well, let's say that now my classes is online versus in person. The hope is to, soon, be back in person, to be able to complete the hands-on training that is required, the labs and things that, you have to do in person. But for the meantime, some of the mode, or most of the mode is going to be via online. Those classes, pretty much have the same cost. There's really not a difference between online versus in person. So just kind of keep that in mind when there's questions. We're going to try to keep costs as low as possible, but they will be the same. And then the hope is that once all this stuff is settled, we'll be able to come in person to actually complete the in-person work that is required. Another question that's come across, can we apply for financial aid for summer classes? Absolutely. You would complete a 2019-2020 FAFSA application. to take classes in the summer. If you already have a FAFSA, let's say you've been awarded in the fall and the spring, you're automatically going to be awarded for summer. You don't have to worry about reapplying. If you're a brand new student thinking of taking summer courses, just go on to www.fafsa.ed.gov or fafsa.gov, and you would complete the 2019-2020 FAFSA for summer awarding, and get that done as soon as possible. And then while you're there, you can actually work on the 2020-2021 FAFSA, which is for fall, spring, and next summer. Also, there's a question that comes across: when is the last day to apply for financial aid for the fall semester? So if we're talking about fall 2020, there's really not a last day. We encourage students to apply as early as possible so that they can get an award and have a picture of what type of money they're going to have to determine how many courses that they can take. So we encourage you to complete your FAFSA as soon as possible. Of course, the 2021 FAFSA application will be completed by using 2018 tax info. So pretty much all of us have that done. So you can go ahead and complete the 2021 FAFSA as soon as possible. And then another question: how can I apply for a student loan for fall and the spring 2021 semester? So that is an additional process. There is a loan request that you have to complete and submit online. So please do that. And that's just to make sure that a student loan is the only option. Sometimes there's additional grant monies that we can help with, so a student doesn't have to take out a loan. So we kind of there's a vetting process to determine if a loan is actually necessary. So we do require a separate application for that, which is available off of the main financial aid web page. You can obtain that under forms and then submit that. And then I'll give Kayla a chance to answer, since I'm doing all the talking on this next question.
Okay, guys, so the question is, when will 2020-2021 aid be awarded? So we have already started awarding for this upcoming 2021 school year. You can check your WebDMC, your financial aid checklist, for an award. Now, right now, since it's summer and fall approaching soon, make sure that you are looking in the right year for these awards. For example, your summer 2020 award is going to be under the 2019 year. And then your upcoming fall and spring award, which is 2020-2021, is going to be under the 2020 award year. So you may need to toggle between those 2 years so that you can see your award offers. But yes, we have already started awarding. Again, please check your account, your WebDMC. And if you do not see an award, it is possible that there is a hold or an outstanding requirement that is still being needed before we can award you. So please check for that. And once that is complete, it typically takes between 3 to 5 business days to process, and then we will be able to offer that financial aid award for you for this upcoming 2021 year. Joseph, you want to take the next one?
Yes, so there's a question regarding COVID-19 funding. So just to let you know, I'm sure people have heard that the U.S. Department of Education has issued some money through the CARES Act to be able to award to students. Yes, Del Mar College did receive funds. Right now, our administration is currently discussing what's the best way to get some assistance to our students. We should have a decision pretty soon. Funding was just available as of yesterday. So we are currently vetting the process on how we're going to distribute those funds to students, or if students need to request those funds. So there's a lot of discussion right now, and we meet actually almost every day to make a decision, because definitely we want to provide that assistance to our students as quickly and as seamlessly as possible. So we are working on that right now. We appreciate that question, because we know students do need assistance right now, and we're working on that. So we hope to have a decision made pretty quick. We want there to be a quick turnaround time get some help to our students. So please, if there's questions regarding COVID-19 funding, you're welcome to submit those to the financial aid office. And as soon as we make a decision, which should be very soon, we'll be back with hopefully some additional messaging so that students know how to apply, if they even have to apply for these funds.
So another frequently asked question that we've been getting via email is how students can submit their documentation to us. So right now, the best way for you guys to send us those documents is going to be to scan the document, then email it back to our financial aid email. If you do not have a scanner, I know that iPhones, you can scan documents on the Notes application. You can download scanner apps, and also, even if that is not possible, even taking a clear picture of it and just making sure that it is legible, go ahead and email that to our office, and we'll be able to accept that document as well. So that is going to go for our verification documents, for any forms that you have. Of course, you will need to print the form out, or at least complete the form maybe on Adobe or something where it lets you give like an actual signature instead of a typed name. Either of those options is okay, but you are more than welcome to email that back to us. And again, our email address is financialaid@delmar.edu. You are more than welcome to fax those documents to us. You can even mail them. Just a heads up that right now it is, kind of a little, I guess, slower process for us to receive those. We are having someone who collects our mail documents, checking the fax machine, but it is about once a week that does take place. So right now, email is going to be a really good option, especially since everybody is at home, to send us those documents, and that we will be able to accept.
Okay, so the next question we're getting is, do international students apply for financial aid? International students, so basically, in order to apply for financial aid, you have to be a U.S. citizen or eligible non-citizen. So that is a resident alien that has a green card and is able to actually be in the United States. So those are right now the only ones that are able to fill out the FAFSA application. And the next question we're getting is there Pell Grant funding this fall? Absolutely. Right now we know for a fact there is going to be Pell Grant funding for the fall semester. So it's important to get your free application for federal student aid in as quickly as possible, so that way we can give you an award and you're able to see those resources. Pell Grant is an entitlement program. So what that means is if you fill out the FAFSA and you qualify, you will receive it. No, there's no question about that. There's no issues concerning will there not be funding. So please keep in mind, I know that there's some uncertain times right now, but when the United States government approves their budget, it's usually for an entire year. So the 2021 budget is already approved, and they will fulfill their needs, as far as issuing out Pell Grants and student loans, or whatever they need to do. Now, another thing I want to mention for those of you out there that are maybe having some issues paying your student loans, in case you weren't aware, you may have already been communicated with by your servicer, but the United States Department of Education has suspended all student loan payments through September 30th. This might have been automatically done. You can choose to override that and still make payments if you'd like, but definitely you have the opportunity not to have to make payments in case you're having some financial issues or concerns regarding paying back your student loans at this time. So automatically suspended. Also, zero interest through September 30th. So your first payments, again, will not be due until October payment. So just to kind of keep that in mind. There's another question. What is the difference between a loan and financial aid? So please know financial aid includes grants, loans, scholarships, and work study. Of course, we want as much free money as possible. So those are in the forms of grants, applying for the foundation for scholarships, and then work study. This is the way it sounds. Students work and study at the same time. That's money that doesn't have to be paid back. A student loan, once you enter into an agreement called a master promissory note with the federal government, you'll have to pay those loans back 6 months after you graduate. But make no mistake, financial aid is not just a Pell Grant. It's not just a state grant. It includes loans and work study, as well as scholarships. Another question, how can I check my financial aid status online on Del Mar website? So when you go to the main Del Mar website, right on the top, there's a link that says WebDMC. You would click on that link and log in as a student with your student ID and the password that you've set up. I'm sure that if you don't remember that, maybe it's been some time since you logged in, IT support is definitely there to help students. You would just reach out to them and they would probably be able to help you with your username and password. So don't let that be an obstacle to checking your financial aid status. And again, you're also free to send us an email. Give us your name. If you have a student ID, great. If you don't remember that, a date of birth, in case there's multiple individuals with your name, might get stuck if, say, you use a name that's common in our system. So it's important, if you can, give us one addition. Don't send social security numbers, please. That's definitely not, we don't want any breach of security. But if you send us your name and maybe date of birth, that would help us. So just to kind of recap to you, future and current Vikings, we want you to know that the Financial Aid Office is committed to serving you, whether we're on campus or working remotely. We are here to answer all of your questions. We are here to process online, whether we're on campus or working remotely. We're here to serve you. You are very important to our to Del Mar College, and your safety is the most important thing. So we as a college are making sure that we're able to provide that. We definitely want to stress that, just because we're not sitting in the financial aid office does not mean that we're not working for you. So please feel free to continue to email us, continue to call us, and we will respond accordingly. And I'll pass the mic over to Kayla so she can kind of give you some of those exact details on where where to email and what phone number to use. Thank you, and stay safe out there.
All right, everyone. So again, if you are completing your FAFSA for the upcoming fall and spring, it is a 2020-2021 application using 2018 tax information. If you are completing your FAFSA application for this summer, it is a 2019-2020 FAFSA application, and you will be using 2017 tax information. So to wrap everything up and to give you guys our contact information again, our email address is financialaid@delmar.edu. And you can also reach us by phone at 361-698-1293. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Hopefully we answered all of your questions, or at least most of them. And again, please feel free to reach out to us for any additional questions or any assistance that we can offer to you.